Hello traders, today we're going to be covering yet another site that I found to be pretty helpful for trading. This time something helpful for more medium to long-term trading. Before we get into the video, I also have my Delta Neutral course and Gravity course linked in the description below. So if you want to learn more about price action and volume trading or learn about making passive income through Bitcoin, you can click the link in the description below and get started. Without further ado, let's dive in. All right, so into the block, this is a site that shows a ton of helpful data, but what I'm going to be looking at today is more of the financial part of it, and you can also see I am on a free trial. I might extend that because this site's been very, very helpful. All right, let's look into this. So it shows a lot of things. One of the things that I find very, very helpful is it shows how many people are in the money or out of the money and where they're in the money and out of the money at. So if I click on volume instead of addresses, what it's going to show me is the amount of money that is, break even here, which is 1.09 million Bitcoin. How many people are at a loss up here, 1.41 million. And if I know that a lot of people are at a loss up there, then that might make me think that price could have a harder time actually getting there. But one of the more helpful indicators, if you're more of a short-term, medium-term trader that like I am, is I can see more concrete. This is around price. So this is, this is a very, very broad, like 89, 70 to 92, 62, 92, 62 to 95, 85. This is just going to show, here, 91.34 to 91.53, very specific, or just like, 88.63 to 91.34. So if I want to look at the volume to see, just who and where are most traders trapped, well, you can see that the bulk of the traders trapped are here. And I mean, that is very, very, very good data to have. If I know that a lot of traders are trapped between 91.50 and 94.20, well, let's go look at that. So 91.50 is like here to 94.50. It says just a ton of traders are trapped around here, or had opened spot long positions or had Bitcoin in their wallet, and that Bitcoin was accumulated around here. I can kind of see that. And you can also kind of see, look at price's inability in the past. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. But in the past, you can kind of see this inability of price to go higher, on inability here, and we'll see what happens here. But I think that inability is caused because look at just how many traders are, out of the money. Another thing that I like to look at is the historical in and out of the money at various prices. So to show you guys really what this is whenever I hover over any point, it tells me what percent of, can I do volume? No, just addresses. Hey, so it tells me what percent of people are break even, what percent of people are in the money, and what percent of people are out of the money, right? And this is a great kind of thing, kind of like a profit ratio that I used to use for Forex trading from FX SSI. That's another sentiment site. It's pretty helpful. And, you can see, oh, here, a lot of people were break even. And that, to me, is very, very, very reversal-ish. If I see that a ton of traders have just gotten to break even, like here it says 16.2% of traders at the 9500s are break even. That's a sell-off sign. And then, I mean, price does go a little bit higher. It goes to 9800s, but then it crashes to the 8000s. So it does keep rising, I will admit. However, we then do go back down, as you can see. Out of the money, in the money, yeah, I see that. I think this is just using data though from the last 6 months. Yeah, this is just data from the last 6 months, but still, I would say that any significant amount, this is an even better example. Look here, so we have 6.88% of people are at the money, 2.08 million Bitcoin addresses, right? Watch what happens here. 14.49% of addresses are at the money. That's insane, and that's at the price of 98.90. Right the next tick, or the next day, price just goes right back down because too many people were at the money. I think a better use of this would be on a longer time frame, such as if I go to all, and let's go look for a spot where just a ton of people were at the money, essentially. Another one I see is here. I mean, is this the one I showed before? Actually, I think that this might be. No, it's not. It's a new one. Yeah. So here we can see, what is this? 4.29 million people, or addresses, not people. Are at the money. So we have just a ton of people at the money around here. When it says 0 people out of the money, I think that's actually a glitch, I'd say, potentially. I don't think that's true. Maybe that's just from when it started tracking, you know. But still, I find that, you know, when this number gets very, very large, like here, no, it doesn't really get that large for how many people. Oh, yeah, right there it does. Right at the market bottom, we know that 16%, it says that 16% of all Bitcoin addresses are at the money. That's a sign that the market may reverse. So typically, for me, I would say that that is a sign of reversal when a lot of people are at the money. And can I just do it this way? That would be beautiful. Just at the monies? Oh, is it not going to help me? What, it just says 100% every time? All right, I'll look at it this way. Ooh, okay, cool. Yeah, and then you can also see break-even price, which is that similar to... I think break-even price instead of... I think that might be a bit different than how many people are in the money or out the money. Historical break-even price, you can see here. And then large transactions. So what's this? Yep. Just all very, very helpful information here and really easy to digest and to make some trades based on. You can just find resistance and support based on how many people are trapped. You know, that is one way you could trade. What I also love about this is I can do this for a ton of different cryptocurrencies. So let's say that I'm looking at a coin. Okay, I gotta think randomly of a coin. Neo. Are you here? Nope, you are not. Okay. Why is Neo not here? Did I not type it in right, or... There's a ton of coins, and Neo isn't one of them? Man, I kind of picked the wrong coin, didn't I? Okay, Tron. Okay. It was not happy with that. So if I just type in T, what are you going to give me here? Bat? All right, let's do Bat. So if this has financial stats for Bat, that would be lovely. What I'm curious about is, yeah, this. This is definitely what I'm curious about. When a lot of people are at the money or a lot of people are in profit, that's typically a sign of a sell-off. And oh my, wow. There are a lot of people in profit right there. June 27th, which is recently, 69% of all BAT addresses are in the money. This says it's kind of insane. That's a lot of people at the money. I wouldn't like that if I was a holder of BAT. Yeah, and then you see some other examples. What else do we have here? Historical break-even price. How many people are break-even? Yeah, let's go look at this. Is this gonna ice? Nope, it did not. All right, you go there. Thank you, sir. When a lot of people are break-even. Yeah, so where were a lot of people break-even? All over the place, but here. 13% break-even. Yeah, you get the idea. Large transactions, and then another one we can look at is bulls and bears. So this is going to show, yeah, that you're reading right there. So this is going to show what the big guys are doing. Now let's go see what the big guys were doing on BAT. 1 month. All right, so it looks like 11. Are there any imbalances? Yeah. So here there were more bears than bulls. So there were more large sellers than there were large buyers. Here, then there were more large buyers than large sellers. Yeah, I'd say that from this website, what I find most helpful is probably just how many people are break even or at the money. That's one that I will be using totally for any coin, because this is something you can also use. A lot of people like to accumulate altcoins, right, and like to bag hold, and I can see just the stats of people bag holding, like the stats of people bag holding BAT, BAT. I can see exactly right there, the amount that people are doing that. And you can also see the unfortunate truth, but that at most times, most people are going to be out of the money, or going to be losing money from where they had purchased the altcoin. As you can see here, we start with out of the money of only 39%, and then things happen, and we get to a point, what does it say, 98% are out of the money? Oh, wow. Yeah. And something interesting that happens, you guys probably know this already, but when a ton of people are out of the money, so let's say price goes down, right? And a ton of people are out of the money. What typically happens is that can make it harder for price to go back up, unfortunately. The reason for that is because all the people that suddenly become in the money that were previously out of the money may sell, which is going to depress price and make it harder for it to rise. So that's kind of what happens here. So we have a decent amount of people in the money. Hey, awesome. We have a 61.8% in the money here. 61.7, but I'm gonna call it 61.8 for reasons. And then look, and then just we get a BAT move from BAT flies from 0.3 to, what is this price? 0.1. Oof, jeez, that's gotta hurt. So then back kind of struggles to rise here. It takes quite its time to rise. You can see it's kind of like struggling to get anywhere, and it's at 0.25 now. But you can see that this resistance right here that was formed, likely because maybe a lot of people were break even here. Yeah, we had like 7.3% were break even here, and now just a ton of people were break even here. What that tells me is that a lot of people purchased it here, right? If I have so many people break even at the same price around the, what is that guy, 0.26, 0.28, that was around here, that probably means that a lot of people were buying bad, and that's going to cause some resistance right here. So that's just one that I see. What's another guy I can look at? Is Theta here? Oh yeah, they are here. All right, Theta, what do you got for me? A recent coin that's had a lot of activity. I think we can all agree to that. Lots and lots of activity. All right. Oh, geez, you are all over the place. My lord. Okay. Reading this is kind of tough. Looks like a kid drew it, but I will work with this. Let's look at the 3 month because, oh, you're crazy too. This is all just a lot. Okay, so it looks like there was a significant period of time where almost everyone was out of the money, and then everyone was almost into the money. Strange. I'm not really loving this right here, this data, but I'll use it. Seems like a lot of people are in the money though. If that's true, if it's really saying that 90% of all people who hold Theta are in the money, that's a sign of a sell-off. That's a sign that price could probably go lower if this many people on Theta are, you know, on it. Let's see here. So currently there have been more bears than bulls in the past 18. Okay, wait, what's this? Average balance. Oh, this is the average balance that people hold in Theta, right? So the average balance that people hold is $80,400. Really? Worth of Theta? Huh. Okay, that's a lot of Theta right there. We can see volatility. We can also see its correlation to BTC. You know, you can see just how that correlation shifts over time. What do I want to look at here? I want to look at more toward the top of, yeah. They have break-even price around, yeah, around price. This is what I want to see. So it doesn't seem like we have too many traders that are out of the money here, but we may get some support if price comes down here because there's a fair amount of people who are entering around there. Let's look at volume. Oh, this guy's big. The 0.205 to the 0.212, that could cause some significant support. And if we want to look at that, the point, what was it? 205 to 0.212. That's where, what price is that? 0.215, 0.205. Yeah, that's just like just below current price. That could cause some support. But my overall read on this is that there are a lot of people in the money here. And that's not good. You know, as a trader, we do not want a ton of people in the money because that's what can create rapid sell-offs. Because, you know, one person takes profit, then the next person takes profit, and the next person takes profit. Everyone's just selling. I want to get out of here. I want to just take my profit. And that can create some, you know, as you say. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Really cool site. You get the free 7-day free trial, the free trials you can see here, which is just really nice. And if you're interested in more medium-term to long-term trading of altcoins or of looking at, you know, good old Bitcoin, then this is really a site for you, you know, that you can check out. You can also potentially use it for finding support resistance levels by looking at how many people are in the money, out of the money, or how many people are break-even / at the money. Because when a lot of people are break-even, that typically fuels reversals. So don't forget that. With that, happy trading. I'll see you in the next one.